What's up, friends? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be doing our last lift of the week. This is a leg day, and I waited and kind of spread out leg day big time. I did legs on the first day, the second day and the last day of a 6-week program, or a 6-day-a-week program. That way my legs are totally rested, my back is totally rested, so I can do those deadlifts, those squats, and I can really kill it in the gym. So shoulders I did kind of close together because of it, but at the end of the day, shoulders pretty quickly recover for me, whereas legs, I really tear up my legs when I go in the gym because they're probably the weakest part of my body. So it's easy for me to say, hey, I'm gonna go work legs, and pretty much anything I do makes my legs really sore for the next day. So got my BCAAs, gonna go ahead and head in the gym. I'm meeting a friend here from wrestling. I'm not sure if he'll be lifting with me or not. I'm not sure what he's gonna be working today, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go work on my 10 as well, and should be a pretty good day. I'm excited to go get in the gym and loving these BCAAs from Cellular Core. So I'll see you guys in a bit with the voiceover part, doing some handstands and all those goodies, and jump ropes, some double unders as we learned from Teddy, and we'll be after it today, guys. So let's get in it and go ahead and start working those legs. Welcome back to another gym commentary. An awesome one today with Zach. He actually worked out with me throughout the entire workout, and I broke some of my own PRs for squat. And not only did I break them, but I tore them apart, actually killing my PR and repping maxes that were way beyond my PR previously. So you guys will get to see all of that in this video. It was just a great day in the gym, and working out with Zach was really cool because he's a great dude, and he actually just came back from a major ankle injury. And I don't know the name of his exact injury, but it involved multiple plates and multiple months now that he hasn't been able to really work out, do cardio, or do anything with his lower body. So it was really great to see him in the gym today working his chest and really killing it today with the numbers that he has, being way higher than mine, even though he hasn't been able to work out for quite some time with his chest. So he's a very naturally gifted athlete, and he's got a lot of great stuff going for him as far as athletics and just in the gym too. So it was really cool to see him working out with me, and he also was able to point out some of the issues I was having with deadlift, which will, I'm sure, increase the max that I have and increase my ability to increase my weights, if that makes sense, in the future, just based on the form alone that I learned today. So it was really great to have him in the gym with me, and we both were able to teach each other a little bit about how we lift, and you guys are going to get to see some of his benching and some of his dumbbell work as well. So I'm going to be switching in and out between my commentary and our live commentary and our live audio. So in a second here, I'll be explaining to Zach more about my squat. So here we go.
5 sets to heavier weight.
Okay. So there I was explaining to Zach how I like to lift and how I like to start out my reps is just a lower weight and work my way up. And a big thing about that for me is just focusing on the form as I'm with these lower weights and higher reps, because when I have the lower weight, that's when I can make sure I'm getting the depth, as you can see here. And a nice thing about Zach recording was I was able to get multiple angles and actually really focus on that depth and ensure that I was actually getting deep enough for my squats. So that was good. And then with each set, working the weight up from, there was 115 for 8 reps and now 165 for what I'm aiming for at 6 reps, and hitting these 6 reps once again pretty clean. You can see the depth here is not as deep as last time, but I think the depth is still pretty good, just above the garters, and my knees hitting almost 90 degrees. Did feel really good. So overall, I'm really liking putting the bar a little lower on my shoulders, and I'm getting a lot higher numbers with that. So moving up one more time here, we're at 215 for 5 reps, which is a lot more than I would have thought, considering my previous max was only 225 pounds, which clearly you can see is not even close to what I can currently do, which is a good thing. So able to blow that out of the water. And in a second here, I'm going to go ahead and switch to my repping of 240 pounds.
Got another. A little lower.
So as you got to see there, Zach was commenting on my squat as I was doing it. He knew my max was only about 225 pounds based on my max that I did on the 4th of July about a month ago with a friend. It was early in the morning and maybe I was a little bit tired, but I've made a lot of gains with my squat. Just working on form alone has given me the ability to actually squat a lot more. I think a lot of the squat gains that I've made in these last few weeks have really just been because of the form that I've been working on. So form is a really big part of squatting for sure. And you can see here I went ahead and froze a frame from the squat, and this was at the lowest point during my last rep. And to us, it didn't seem low. In this freeze frame, it looks kind of low, but what we really wanted to do here was go ahead and ensure that I could do a squat at 240 pounds and have good form. So Zach said, dude, do one more squat, 240 pounds, go as low as you can, and I'll tell you when to go back up. So what we did was we just re-racked the weight, reset, and I just went down and down and down until you hear Zach say, go up, go up, go up, and then that's when I go ahead and start going up with my squat. And you can see the depth in this one that's going to be coming up is very deep. And I'm also going to have that live audio in there too, so you can hear Zach and me talking throughout it. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut to Zach's first bench, and then we'll start back up with the commentary.
Up, 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 get it, get it.
Good.
Hopefully two, ready?
Yeah.
One.
So a few things happened there that you guys got to see. First thing, my squat was, it was done, right? It was really great as far as the depth goes. I kind of started to arch my back a tiny bit, I think, but overall I was pretty happy with that, considering that was also my 4th or 5th rep. I think it was actually my 5th rep of 240 pounds, considering my max was also supposedly only 220 pounds. And I say supposedly because that's the number that I hit, and that was the max I was able to do at the time. And here you can see Zach killing it on bench, and I say killing it because this is probably his 7th or 8th set that you guys are seeing at a very heavy weight, especially given his amount of time that he's been out. And you can see here dropping the weight down to just 2 plates, which is about 180, 225. Yeah, so it's 225 pounds, and he's still able to rep that for his 7th or even 8th set at this point with his chest workout.
Less back. Less back. Less back, a little more bend in your knees.
So there you can see after Zach was done with his bajillion sets of chest, because that's the main thing he's able to work right now, we went ahead and moved on to my deadlift, and he was able to record and give me some feedback on my deadlift as I was deadlifting. And it was really great because there was a small issue with the way my back timing was and how arched my back was that we didn't even notice before. So it was kind of cool to notice that and actually have that pointed out to me, because it's a very minor thing, but in the long run, once we're hitting those 350, 400 pound deadlifts, it's probably going to be really helpful to have my back and my knees come up at the same time instead of my knees and then my back, as you kind of get to see here. So a little minor detail, probably not even a big thing at all, but something that will definitely help me out in the long run, and definitely help me out with my deadlifts overall. So as you can see here, working up for 4 sets. I was only supposed to be doing 3 sets, but I went ahead and slapped on one more. And what you're seeing right now was 205, and now moving on to 255 for 4 reps, as you can see here, which all felt pretty good, and the weight just felt like it was going up really clean. And of course, working on that timing of my knees and my back coming up at the same time, and it actually started to look better even by the 3rd set. So it was really good to have that being worked on. As far as form, like I said, the good thing about starting with lower weights is you can get your form down by the time you get to the heavier weights. So here we have a pull at 305, and I'll give that commentary.
Good.
So there you can see the 2 reps at 305. I felt really good. The first kind of pull there, I wasn't really adjusted right, so I just went right back down, readjusted my hands, and then had 2 really cool, really clean pulls of 305 that just felt good. So that was kind of nice. Of course, not my max, nothing groundbreaking there, but able to work up to a heavier set, even though it was my technical off day of legs, where I was only supposed to do 3 sets instead of 5. So still felt good, and still was great to get back in the gym with those deadlifts. And here you can see Zach doing some incline dumbbell bench of 85 pounds, and he does 3 sets of these with about, I think, 8 or so reps for each set. And once again, it's just impressive to see him doing that much weight right away. And the good thing about doing an incline bench, which is different than a flat bench or other benches that you could do, is you're going to be activating your shoulders a little bit. And the key here is that he's not very high up, so it's still mainly chest, but still is able to work other muscle groups as well. And you can see here I'm spotting him, but not really touching him. I wanted him to grind it out as he was able to, to. And if I would have spotted him there, it would have probably not been the best thing, especially since he was able to just grind it out. So I'd rather see him grind it out and push for it than have me just assist him a little bit and knock off a few pounds of his push. So at the end of the day, I think he was doing really well here. And once again, guys, he's been out of lifting and working out and exercising for so many months now. So jumping right back in the swing of things with some heavy weights, it'll be impressive and interesting to see what weights he ends up working up to by next wrestling season before he starts wrestling again. So moving on here, we have some split-legged lunges, I guess is what they would be called. There's a lot of different ways you could do these and a lot of different names that they would be called. You could do them with dumbbells, which make them dumbbell lunges. You could do it with a barbell, which make it barbell lunges, or you could do it with plates, and that's what I have going on here. I just grabbed two 45s and started doing my lunges. So it's a nice way to continue working on your legs during leg day. And then I also did a superset of this with some calf work here. You can see just calf extensions and doing a bunch of weight on each side. And I actually didn't know what weight to start with, so I just went ahead and went with the weight that was already on the machine and then kept bumping it up after this just to ensure my calves were getting burned out. Now, a big thing with this calf work is do anything that works for you. At the end of the day, with calves especially, it's really good to just make sure your calves are sore during the workout and after the workout, and you've done it right. So just make sure you're working your calves in some way on leg day, and it'll be proportional with your legs, because no one wants unproportional calves, especially if your legs start to get big. So working on another set here of lunges just for you guys to see the angle. The only downside to the plate lunges is, one, the plates are pretty big, so you need to make sure you bend your arms to make sure you get depth, and two, plates are only 45 pounds, so I can't like move up to 55-pound plates. I'll have to move on to dumbbells, or more than likely a barbell lunge is what I'll be doing. So something to get started with. Definitely a good idea to get plates because they're usually really convenient and you can just go ahead and pick them up, but not something to finish with for sure. So after doing these lunges, I went ahead and finished out the workout with some more leg extensions and leg curls. This is a big way that I like to finish my workouts. The machines are basically touching right next to each other, and I'm able to increase the weight with each rep, really destroying what's left of my legs that isn't destroyed from deadlifts, squats, calves, lunges, all that kind of stuff. And then finally finishing out, like I said, with leg extensions and leg curls. It really does destroy my legs. And the trick with this for me is to do this rapidly. So switching between each one really quickly here without taking much time, if any at all, in between. And then of course bumping up the weight as you can with whichever machine you can. So for me with leg extensions, what I like to do is bump up the weight by 5 pounds as you saw there, and then continue to hit my 12 reps. So for leg extensions, that works well. For leg curls, I did that last time and the weight just got too heavy too quick. So for this time I went ahead and stuck with 100 pounds and did it for 10 reps each time, and it felt good. And afterwards and throughout this set, you'll see my legs and me try to walk, and it just feels weird at this point, which is always a good thing for leg day when your legs are too sore to walk. And you can see here kind of stumbling around there, but definitely good, and definitely a great way to finish out a leg day is with leg extension and leg curls. Great way to build strength and a great way to continue leg day. So that's it for this workout, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did and you want to see more of Zach, please tell me in the comments below, and if you have any questions, of course, you can leave them down there below as well. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, leave a thumbs up, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll leave you guys with Zach's final workout, which is neutral grip dumbbell presses, I believe is what they're called.
Outside my arms. Okay. Do you want me to get back? I'll come behind you. You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good.
Boom, 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 boom.